Hi, this is Alan Tribble. I'm going to be dropping a series of video clips on the topic Business Management for Scientists and Engineers. I'll be doing that in my new YouTube channel over the next several weeks, and this first video is going to give you an overview of all the topics that we'll be covering in the future posts. Our core belief is shown here. The most valuable scientists and engineers are the ones that understand the business impact of technical decisions, and understanding some basic business principles will increase your value proposition in the eyes of your employer. I started here as a hardcore technical subject matter expert. I have a doctorate in space physics from the University of Iowa, and I did space environment effects analysis for spacecraft design teams for many years. I wrote the first textbook on the topic, shown here. I've taught professional development classes on that subject internationally, and I have the only award for professional excellence in the field, the AIAA's James Van Allen Space Environments Award. In short, it would have been very easy to remain a subject matter expert my entire career. As my career evolved, I began to appreciate that I needed to have a better understanding of the business side of things. Initially, I sought and won research and development oriented funding as a principal investigator. I then became an international business development lead and a product line manager before eventually becoming a portfolio director in the advanced programs organization for a major aerospace and defense contractor. I've known for many years that I learn best when I try to teach others, so I developed this book and this course to help get the word out. As you'll see, one of my friends and co-authors, Alan Breitbart, is a contributor to this class, and you'll be meeting him in a future video. The table of contents for the book and outline for the topics we'll discuss is shown here. Let me give you a quick overview of what each of these sections will discuss. After we clear some introductory concepts like markets, and stock markets in particular, we'll make sure we understand what we call the business of business. As a scientist or engineer, we understand the technical business that we're in. By that, I mean that we understand the technical metrics that are used to judge the benefits of our products. But we also need to understand the business metrics that are used to judge the success of the business itself. So we will take a look at how the stock market is the ultimate judge of publicly traded companies, and we'll look at some accounting basics. One important point that we want to help you understand is the balancing act that occurs as business leaders try to balance the needs of customers who want lower prices with owners who want higher profits. This is an important graphic, so we'll plan on spending some time looking at it in a future post. In my company, we used to joke that we only have two kinds of employees, engineers and those who wish they were. That always makes the engineers laugh, but it overlooks the contribution that all of the other parts of the organization make to the business. We will explain what those non-engineers do and why it's important, so that you will know when you need to seek them out for their input. We're also going to give you some food for thought about your own career path. Most scientists and engineers assume that they will continue to move up the technical ranks as they develop broader and deeper technical skills. That was certainly my initial plan, and it's a very viable plan for most of us. As you develop a better understanding of the business side of things, you may decide to follow an alternative career path. Many technical professionals migrate into program management or business development, so we'll spend some time understanding those roles as well. Just like the laws of physics constrain and enable the products we design, laws and regulations also constrain and enable the way we do business. So we need to understand the rules of the road, otherwise known as some of the key business regulations. We don't intend to do a deep dive into business law, but want to explain some of the constraints you've probably already encountered if you support U.S. government-funded businesses. The way the U.S. government buys things is specified in something called the Federal Acquisition Regulation, or FAR, so we need to understand some of its key points. We'll also look at what changes when we want to work internationally. My friend Alan Breitbart and I have traveled the world together for many years, so you get the benefit of our many experiences there. As we'll see, a good technical idea is just the start. We also need a business case for doing it, a budget to fund it, a plan for getting it to market, a value proposition our customers will resonate with, and a business model that will allow us to grow. As part of the course, we'll explain what program management does and how they do it. The Project Management Institute offers training on how to become a certified project management professional. You may see that PMP certification listed as a requirement in many program management jobs. It's a certification I've got myself, so we'll make sure we understand the type of things that program managers do. We'll then explain what business development does. We need to think about how to develop our business because it doesn't matter how great our product is if nobody knows about it or wants to buy it. The sales team helps us find the customers that want the product we have today. The marketing team helps us make good decisions about how to evolve our product to be ready for next year. And the strategy team gives us feedback on how much longer we can keep being successful at doing what we're doing and when we may need to make more significant changes to our business model. Next, we'll look at different ways to evaluate success. At the lowest level, at the project level, we'll look at Earned Value Management, or EVM, and the financial metrics that can help you confirm if your project is on track for a successful completion. We'll then look at other metrics that can be used to judge the success of a portfolio of products, a business unit as a whole, or ultimately the corporation itself. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, we're going to talk about leadership. We'll give you a crisp definition of what leadership really means and show you some steps you can take to develop the leader in you. I want to emphasize that it doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert. I'm an introvert, but I'm not shy. I've learned how to be comfortable leading and influencing groups of people by following the process shown. First, I made a conscious decision, a deliberate decision, to work at it. And I allowed myself to get pushed out of my comfort zone just a bit. When you do that, you find that your comfort zone expands along with your skill set. Keep doing that, and one day you will realize that you're comfortable doing things that used to terrify you. It's a bit like trying to understand calculus when you're still struggling with basic algebra. It seems unattainable, but if you keep pushing and learning, you'll get there. If you'd like any more information on any of the topics we've discussed so far, please investigate the 3 options shown above. First, you could buy the book. Both electronic and hard copies are available, and you can order those from your favorite bookstore or most of the major online retailers. Second, you could take the 2-day professional development class. If you'd like more information on that, please drop me an email at the address shown. Finally, you could subscribe to our new YouTube channel, BM4SE. Please tune in and look for future posts in the very near future. Thank you.